Alright folks, I've never cooked a brisket or a brisket flat before. Picked this one up. It was a bit over $28, 2.89 pounds. It's USDA choice. Looks like a pretty good cut. Looks like it's oxidized a little bit right here. That's okay. Most of the fat on the top has been removed, so really shouldn't need to do anything there from what I've seen. I don't have a boning knife or anything like that. It's the best thing I got. It's super sharp. Let's look at the back side. Now I know they say to keep like a 1/4 inch on here, and it really doesn't have much more than that. Maybe there's a little I could shave off right here. I'll try using a mustard binder. I know some people use binders, others don't. Some people like this, Worcestershire sauce, beef broth, different things. Anyhow, I'm going with yellow mustard. I'm gonna get the bottom side first. First, I'm hitting it with some kosher salt, which is just coarse salt. Second, I'm hitting it with coarse ground black pepper. I'm going to let that be most of the seasoning, but I do want to add a little bit of flavor, and I'll be using Q That by the Flat Top King. Kind of press that in there, and now let's go for the top side. I already got the sides, so I don't really need to do too much there. Going with the kosher salt. Black pepper. And Q That. I'm going to let that stand for about a half hour, and in that time I'll also heat up the Pit Boss. Today I'm using Mountain BBQ Pecan pellets. Turning on the Pit Boss, adjusting the temperature way down to 200 degrees. So I'm starting up with the lid open, waiting for the initial smoke to come and go. It just got finished raining here in not so sunny Southern California, so this should be interesting. But it's not raining at the moment, and I believe it's finished. There's the brisket. Now the flatter side, I'm definitely putting this way, and the thicker side towards the burn box. Brisket's been in there for about 2 hours. Now I'm going to open it up and insert the meter plus. Yeah, about 117. I think I'm going to stick the meter probe right in the side here. So that way, yeah, it'll reach right about here. I also took some extra fat to see if it'll render down. That should be pretty good. In the meanwhile, really going now. I cranked it up to 250. It'll take a little bit of time to get up there. Regarding the meter probe, it's registering at 116, and I should set up a cook, I guess. Okay, it's been in there about 3.5 hours now. Oh, that's starting to look really good. Not really looking too dried out, but a couple little spots are. I guess it can't hurt. I have half apple cider vinegar and water here. Internal temperature's about 158, so gonna let it ride a little bit more. Yeah, definitely in the stall, I think. It keeps going from 162 back down to 161. Okay, 4.5 hours in, internal temperature 164. Ooh, that's looking good. Definitely starting to get a nice black type of bark. I'm gonna give it another little spritz. Close her up and let her go a little more. Not sure I'm gonna pull it at 165. Probably closer to 170, I'm guessing. Let's check her out. Oh yeah, that looks good. Check that out, folks. Let's pull her out. Get it on the board. Oh man, that smells so good. I was hoping the extra fat that I cut off would render down. And it did a tiny little bit. So I'll pour that on top of the brisket. Let's maneuver this fat side down. Probably right in like that. Grabbing some of this beef fat that rendered down. Putting on some pats of butter. So I think the idea is you want to go over, and it's not going over all the way, so move it down, fold it up, make sure it's all tight. I got that meter probe there, so meat sides down, fat sides down, and I could take this and tuck it in like that, and it feels nice and tight. I mean, for the most part, it's right up against it. The thick part is on this side with the meter probe, so I'm setting that package in just like that. Close her up. Well, I got a bit of a situation. Our building lost power and the Pit Boss couldn't shut down properly. I'm gonna have to pull this. At least it's at 200 internal temperature, letting it rest in a foil pan. Now I got a big problem here, folks. We lost power to the entire building. What a horrible time for that to happen. And now I couldn't shut down. And I don't even know what's gonna happen. Probably gonna have to clean out the auger after this. Wow, just wow. The meat cooked till about 200 degrees internal temperature. Hopefully it cooked through good enough. We're about to find out. That's what I'm looking at. The bark looks pretty dang good. Definitely has a nice smoke ring. Pulls apart easy. Oh wow, flavor's good. Look at that smoke ring, nice smoke ring. Definitely nice and moist. Not sure if that's coming through or not. Pulls apart, so tender. I would film an outro to this video, but there's just no way I could do it at the moment. But that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, drop a line below. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, this is KJ Andio, The Food Experience, and I'll see you later.